All right. So today I'm here with,
Daniela Perez.
and we'll be discussing the prompt number one for CRE 5. So I'm gonna uh have you choose between six questions, and whichever ones you want to talk about is the best. So first we have how much sexual contact each day, week, month, if any, is ideal to you? What kind of sexual contact is ideal to you? How much sexual contact each day slash week slash month, if any, is minimally acceptable to you? And then there's, do you want to have children? How many or how soon? How well do you manage money? What are your thoughts about monogamy versus polyamory relationships? In case you don't know, that's between one and one, like a normal relationship versus having different amounts of people in the relationship. And then there's
hmm
how do you feel about couples counseling and would you sign a prenuptial agreement? So you can choose about three of those.
Okay, I can choose the how many children I want and when.
Hmm.
Um, if I'm good at managing money, and mm, I'll do the one of the sexual contact questions. You can pick which one.
Okay. And so out of all the questions that I listed, the six of them, uh, is there any in particular that you feel like the most comfortable talking about?
I probably feel most comfortable talking about how many children I want in the future.
Is there any reason like why?
It's just probably been something that I guess most people think of pretty much their whole life. Um, and I feel like I'm pretty comfortable talking about that subject just because it's been on my mind for years on end. So
Hmm. And what about least? Like, what do you feel least comfortable talking
um,
about?
I'd probably say the monogamy versus polyamory
Hmm.
question, just because um, to me personally, it's not my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna judge others who choose to do their own thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you said the money, children, and sexual contact.
hmm
All right. So to start with the how much sexual contact each day, week, month, if any, is ideal to you?
Um, I'd probably say, okay, like when it's talking about sexual contact, that's just like, does that mean like groping or like full on having sexual relations? Do you know?
I'd say any kind of that stuff because that also leads into the second question of what kind of sexual contact is ideal to you.
Okay. So like when it comes to, and I can talk about like my personal situation.
Yeah. As if you want to.
Okay, for me. Okay. Like I'm in a long distance relationship, only see each other about once a month. So when I'd say once a month, um when it comes to like having sexual intercourse or like physically groping areas,
Hmm.
I guess.
Okay. And how much do you think is minimally acceptable to you if there's a minimum amount?
I mean, I'd say that once a month only because I feel like um in a way I can't go without it.
Hmm. All right. And how do you feel slash respond if you don't receive your ideal, like the minimum amount?
I'd say I get a little attitude, maybe a little not I wouldn't say upset, but just a little disappointed in a way,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
All right. And on to the next question. Do you want to have children? How many and how soon?
Okay, so I do want to have children eventually I want to have 3 kids, and I'd say in within the next um okay, so I'm 20, so by the time I'm around 27 to 30,
Hmm.
but it all depends on when I plan on getting married because I do want to make sure that I am married before I have children.
And so, what if you can't have children naturally? Are there any other methods that you find acceptable?
I find I feel like every method acceptable, like attempting to go through the process of like IVF, I'd say that's acceptable, or adopting children. Um, I wouldn't say fostering only because that's not like a permanent situation,
Hmm.
but more so on the adopting side and IVF situations.
Okay. And on to our last question, which has multiple segments. How well do you
Okay.
manage money?
I don't manage money well at all.
All right. And do you have any debt? If yes, how much?
Okay, I actually do not have debt, thank the Lord. Um, and that's just because, well, as of right now, 20 in college, I managed to get enough scholarships to cover my tuition. So as of right now, I am debt free.
Hmm. And do you have any problem discussing finances to other people?
No, I don't think so. I think it's as long as you know this person well and you know it's not like a random person who's gonna go and put your information out there when they shouldn't. I think as long as you are comfortable with that person knowing, I think it's okay.
Yeah. So what about like it discussing it to your partner?
I feel like that has to be done eventually because if you are going to get married and have children, that is a very important topic that you all need to agree on.
Hmm. All right. So we only have three more questions. Do you like to be in control of the finances or let someone else manage them?
I would probably let someone else manage them.
So in your relationship, you rather have someone else, the partner.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about retirement savings, emergency savings?
I feel strongly about that. I think that that is again something you need just because you never know when something's going to happen when it comes to emergencies.
Hmm.
And whenever you do eventually retire, I feel like it is important that you have that fund um, to kind of keep your head above water once you aren't working anymore.
Hmm. And are you willing to sacrifice to save for each? Are you willing to sacrifice
I'd
like, you know, part of your
I'd say
paycheck or
so.
whatever?
I think yes. Like once I do have like a full-time job, I feel that I would put money aside in a retirement fund, an emergency fund, whatever I need to, just because I know that those are important for the future.
Hmm. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. We're done. And
Okay.
thank you for your time.
You.